everybody, my name is John, and this is Messy John Plays. Today we're going to play a game that's very near and dear to my heart, The Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition. So we're just going to head and press New Game. This game was first created back in 1990. It's a click-and-point adventure game from LucasArts. And honestly, it's one of my favorite games. So you can see the special edition opens up with the old graphics, and then updates to the new hand-drawn animation. Now I'm playing the special edition of this game. If you were to play the original, you would find that it doesn't have as much music or voice acting, which was pretty typical for the time period that it was started in. This was back in 1990, so there were a lot more graphical limitations and audio limitations, but you can see for the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition, that obviously isn't an issue. I believe this game came out in 2009 for the Xbox 360. That's actually where I first got exposed to the first game in the series, but the first one that I played was the fourth one in the series, which was Escape from Monkey Island. It's a series of point-and-click adventure games created by Ron Gilbert and a team of very talented writers and voice actors. Just an all-around beautiful game. This will be point-and-click adventure style, so this will be more of a linear game. If that's not your speed, if you don't like storylines, then this might not be the game for you, but I hope you'll stick around and watch.
Hi, my name's Guybrush Threepwood, and I want to be a pirate.
Yikes! Don't sneak up on me like that.
I'm over this way.
Ah, well then, Thriftweed.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
I see. So, you want to be a pirate, eh? You look more like a flooring inspector. But if you're serious about pirating, go talk to the pirate leaders. You'll find them in the scum bar.
Gosh, thanks. I'll do that. Bye now. I'm off to seek my fortune.
Good luck.
Where did you say those pirate leaders were?
The scum bar.
Right. Thanks.
Alright, so if you're paying attention, you notice that the lookout told me to go to the Scum Bar. Fun fact, the Scum Bar is actually a reference to the original game engine that this game ran off of.
Re-elect Governor Marley. When there's only one candidate, there's only one choice.
So, as you may have noticed if you looked at my channel, I am very new to creating content on YouTube, so I was trying to figure out what game I wanted to start with first, and this seemed like the logical choice, because it's a more linear game. There's more of it's broken up into chapters, and there's plenty to show off, but it's also linear enough that I don't think I'll ever find myself wandering and trying to figure out what to do. Plus, it's a game I've beaten countless times. So, is that guy not sitting on a chair? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Maybe it's a glitch, maybe it's just the way this is, but I don't know. So typically when you start this game, you want to literally just talk to everybody. Talk to everybody, get all of their dialogue, and through their dialogue, you'll have several different hints given to you as to what you're supposed to be doing. So, for example, we're going to start talking to this guy right here.
Ahoy there, stranger. New in town?
Are you a pirate? Can I be on your crew?
Well, I am a pirate, but alas, I'm not a captain. You should go talk to the important-looking pirates in the next room. They're pretty much in charge around here. They can tell you where to go and what to do.
So just to give you a little bit of backstory,
Nice talking to you.
Guybrush is a guy who washed up on the shore of Melee,
Have fun on me.
doesn't know anything about himself except that he wants to be a pirate. Fortunately for him, Melee Island is the hangout for pirates. These three are the pirate captains. They're basically the head pirates.
What be ye wanting, boy?
You can see there's plenty of options as far as speaking. You don't necessarily have to go with the immediate right answer. Sometimes you get some funny dialogue.
I want to be a fireman.
I'll get lost, boy, you bother us.
But then there are certain ones that will only advance the storyline.
I want to be a pirate.
So what? Why bother us? Hey, don't forget we're short on help because of this whole LeChuck thing. So, no pirates means no swag, and no swag means no grog, and we're getting dangerously low on grog.
Why is the grog always gone?
Do you have any special skills?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
That actually does come into play.
Well, all right, but you don't become a pirate just by asking. You'll have to go through the 3 trials.
What 3 trials are those?
There are 3 trials every pirate must pass.
You must master the sword
And the art of thievery.
and the quest.
The what? Treasure hunting, you sea urchin. Right. You must prove yourself in each of these 3 areas. Swordplay, thievery, and treasure huntery. Then return with proof that you've done it.
And then you must drink grog with us.
Grog!
So here you see you have the option to ask about these different trials. I've already beaten this game, so I'm just gonna...
I'll just be running along now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run along now.
Leave us to our grog.
Come back later and tell
This
us
game
how
is
you're
available
doing.
on Steam if anybody wants to download it. So what we're gonna do...
Hey! You can't come back here!
I don't know if you have to open that door to get this next part to work, but I do anyway. Probably just because it's the way I've always done it.
Cozy.
So Guybrush is able to do a few different options. He's able to look at things, pick things up, use things. He's able to combine items in his inventory. So
It's some sort of meat or meat-like substance.
you can see as I'm scrolling my wheel, it's giving me different options. Basically, for these games, you want to examine each room, and anything that's not nailed down you want to take, like a typical pirate. And then there's a little bit of puzzle solving. So this is a pretty basic
I
one.
think that bird will peck my hand off.
So yeah, Guybrush is afraid to grab the fish because he's afraid it'll peck his hand off. But obviously, since it's not nailed down, you need to take it.
I think that bird will peck my hand off.
And now we were able to take it. And anytime you're playing one of these point-and-click adventure games, you want to check your inventory. You always want to take a good look
think
at
it's a
your
herring.
stuff. So right there it said it's a herring. And I'll show you why that's important in just a little bit. But that's what I love about these kind of point-and-click adventure games. Everything you hear matters. And everything you see matters.
Meanwhile, deep beneath Monkey Island, the Ghost Pirate LeChuck ship lies anchored in a river of lava.
Captain LeChuck, sir.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face.
No, sir. Nothing like it. Sir,
It's days like this that make you glad to be dead.
Oh, yes, sir. Glad to be dead.
You are glad to be dead, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I feel so lucky that you happened to capture my ship, then murdered me and everyone on board. Yes, sir. Lucky.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was it you disturbed me for?
Yes, sir. Well, you see, we might have a problem on Melee Island.
Problem? What possible problem could there be? I've got those sissy pirates so scared of the sea, they're afraid to take a bath.
Well, there seems to be a new pirate in town. Actually, he's a pirate wannabe. Young, inexperienced, probably nothing to worry about. Don't know why I bothered you with it. I'll have him taken care of myself.
Wait! I'll handle this personally. My plans are too important to be messed up by amateurs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can see there we have the occasional cutscene that will give us some more story. When those scenes pop up, I'm going to try to let you guys just listen to the content that the game provides. But that was basically LeChuck. He's the main antagonist of this game. Of this whole game series, really. And you can see, like, you can talk to all of the NPCs just about, and you can interact with your environment. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to talk to these guys over here.
Hey, don't mess with my rat.
After I poke their rat.
I said don't pester the rat. I'm not gonna warn you again. Leave the rat alone.
Oh, this rat? This one right here? You mean I shouldn't bully your rat? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Hey, man. Frank, make him quit it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just to clarify, you mean this rat right?
Oh, look what you did.
I'm sorry. Did I make your rat run away? So, I'm going to be playing through this whole Monkey Island series. We're going to be messing with these guys a lot. Remember their faces, and just remember how funny it is when we mess with them.
Sorry about the rat.
Do you like rats?
Yes, especially in a light wine sauce.
Get away!
Do you know where I can find a treasure map around here?
Wanna buy a map, eh? Our maps are top quality, not like the bird-caged lanyards you get from that clown across the street. No, just kidding. These are actually copies of the minutes of the last meeting of the Melee Island PTA. Can't even give them away.
I know Melee had a school.
Want one?
No, but I'll take one if you give me 2 pieces of 8.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll just be running along now.
So you can get more information if you talk to those guys, but the basic gist, just so I don't bore you guys, is that they are a failed circus troupe. And now they're scared to be pirates because LeChuck's ghost ship is patrolling the waters. Basically, LeChuck has everybody scared to go out into the ocean.
Hello? Anybody in here? Hello?
You know, bad things could happen to a person in a dark, deserted alley like this one. And at this time of night, nobody would be around to see it.
Did you hear something back in here too?
No? I'd better get your name.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm a mighty pirate.
Listen, Peepwood.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, whatever your name is, listen. I'm the sheriff around here. Sheriff Fester Shinetop. Take it from me. This is a bad time to be visiting Melee Island. A very bad time.
Oh yeah, if you're sheriff, it is a bad
Somewhere else
time.
to take your vacation. Somewhere safer.
Boy, I feel much better knowing there's an officer of the law around.
So the beautiful thing about Guybrush is he's incredibly smart while being incredibly stupid. So we're just going to set ourselves up for future puzzles for now. See this guy? We're going to want to talk to him.
You gotta get me out of here! I'm a victim of society!
Not to mention halitosis. Ugh.
Hey, it's hard to keep my breath minty fresh when there's nothing to eat in here but rats.
So yeah, if you try to talk to him again,
Talk to Death Breath? No thanks.
Guybrush refuses because of Otis's halitosis. Just out of this now, I wonder if this is the same rat that we just encountered and pestered. But anyway, that's a good part of this game too, is the fact that there's lots of visual cues for certain puzzles. So for now, you know what, we're actually going to go this way. So like I said, in these games, you typically want to just take anything that's not nailed down, find new areas, interact with NPCs as much as you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back to the main map area. Each island will have that we visit will have an actual map area. And unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way to skip straight to the map in this game, so there will be quite a bit of walking. That's the lookout. We can talk to him, but like I said, I've played this game before. But typically in these point-and-click adventure games, you want to walk around and talk to everybody. So here we can see a clearing. And it's a circus.
I get in the cannon, but the gunpowder makes me sneeze.
Well,
These guys are some of my favorite characters in the
I
series.
killed the lions last week.
We'll be seeing my favorite character later on in the
You
playthrough.
get in the cannon.
You don't have any allergies, you faker. You get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
Slacker,
Loser.
ruffian,
Flop.
weasel,
Weevil.
miscreant.
Tony.
I'm selling these fucks.
Say there, son, how'd you like the chance
A once-in-a-lifetime chance.
to perform an amazing feat?
A death-defying feat.
Well, not so death-defying, really.
Dangerous feat.
No, not dangerous
I like
at all,
Purple Guy's mustache.
but exciting,
With the amazing
adventurous, acrobatic,
and exceedingly well-known
fabulous, flying.
Perugini brothers.
That's us,
My brother Alfredo.
and my brother Bill.
Sound good?
Good.
It's very simple, really.
See that cannon over there?
Alfredo and Bill. I never caught that
All you
before.
have to do,
Is get in the cannon,
and we shoot you out of it.
across the room.
Quite safe, actually.
So, what do you say?
How much will you pay me?
How about 478 pieces of 8?
Okay, sounds
So in the
good.
first few games, you have to get an enormous amount of money.
Of course I have a helmet. What sort of idiot do you take me for?
Well, let's have it.
We want to be sure.
That it's safe.
Wouldn't want you hurt.
No, siree.
So here is an example of using your inventory with an NPC. So if we would have looked at this earlier, Guybrush would have made the comment that he thinks it was cooked, that he thinks some sort of a head cheese was cooked in it. That's kind of to give you an indication of what it's used for. And I used the wrong command. That's another thing about this game, it can be kind of finicky as far as the commands. I actually want to give the pot to the Fettuccine brothers, even though I'm not actually giving it to them.
Now we can do the trick. Step right over here, son. Now, put on your helmet and get in the cannon, and we'll take care of the rest.
Echo! Echo!
And as you can see, their aim was off a little bit.
Oh, I'm so relieved. Hey! Are you okay?
I'm Bobbin. Are you my mother?
He's alright! Hooray! We are spared an embarrassing and financially debilitating lawsuit. Here is your money, sir. Just a recompense for aiding us. The basic theory is fine. We just need to change the aim a bit. I'll try it next. No, I'll do it next. No, me. No, me. Slacker. Loser. Ruffian. Fop.
Yeah, so in typical sibling fashion, the Fettuccine brothers are fighting, and we're just going to leave them to it. So now we've got an enormous amount of money. We are going to go back to the village. So I should let you guys know, this is the first video I'm ever recording for YouTube. So I'd just like to ask all of you out there, have any of you ever made any YouTube videos? Any gameplay? Have you done commentary? Let me know what you think. See, maybe give me some helpful advice. I just ask that y'all be polite. I'm just starting. I'm trying to figure out what my method's gonna be. And if you could like and comment, maybe even subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So we have a few items to collect here. We're going to talk to this guy.
Excuse me, but do you have a cousin named Sven?
So you'll remember the guys across the street mentioned that this guy sells some treasure maps.
No, but I once had a barber named Dominique.
Close enough. Let's talk business. You want to buy a map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island? Only one in existence. Rare. Very rare. Only 100 pieces of 8.
I'll take it. It'll make a swell gift.
There you go. You made a wise decision. Now get lost.
Oh, don't you worry, I will. So there we go, we've got a treasure map. And if we take a look at our treasure map...
I think I've been had. This is no map. It looks like dancing lessons.
So you'll see when we go to where we need to go for the treasure hunting, what appears to be Guybrush being stupid and getting scammed actually winds up being a big part of the game.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
So obviously, if we're going to be digging up a treasure, we need a shovel. And you'll remember that the Pirate Lords mentioned that I would need to fight somebody with a sword, so can't do that without a sword.
To fall asleep or something.
Slashmaster. When you want a sword as sharp as your wit.
Hurry up!
Now we're going to talk to this crotchety old man.
About this sword.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Best 100 pieces of 8 you ever spent. What else do you want?
And you'll see as you get
this
items, you wind up
Yeah,
opening
what
more
about-
dialogue options with certain NPCs.
I want it.
Great. Oh, it'll pay for itself, believe me. Yeah, you'll dig up 75 pieces of 8 in no time. But hey, save some treasure for the rest of us, would you? What else do you want?
Now that I have this sword, who can I test it out on?
Well, if you're looking for a good fight, we've got the best sword fighter in all the Caribbean right here on Melee Island. Of course, no one knows where her secret hideout is. Nobody except me. I'd have to go and ask her if it's okay to show you the way. I guess I could hike all the way over there. Once. Be right back.
Now, typically, if you were playing this for the first
And
time,
don't touch anything!
you would maybe just not realize that you can't that he's not actually going to be able to convince the Swordmaster to fight you. But that's okay, because you're with a real Monkey Island pro here, and I already know what to do. So we're just going to follow the old man. I don't think he can ever catch you. At least I've never been caught by him. I think he's always just a little bit faster than you, so there's no worry of that. And you'll see there's the storekeeper, and he's going to this area called the Fork. Now we're going to pick up these plants. If I was doing things in the proper order, we would have talked to Otis again, and he would have told us that he was in jail for picking the yellow plants, that they're illegal. So then we would pick the flowers and use them for something later. And we're just going to keep stalking this guy. No big deal. That's the beauty of these games. You can do things just about in any order and still wind up at the same
I better
conclusion.
just stay back here and eavesdrop.
Hello again, Carla.
I thought I told you to get lost.
Actually, I'm here on business. This kid come into my store, see?
Face it, you crusty old lech. You'd make any excuse just to come out here and bother me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, cut it out. I'm sick of it. Take a hike and don't come out here again. Someone might follow you, and then I'd become another Melee Island tourist attraction.
Hey, it's your loss, baby.
Yeah, right. Now scram.
I'm doing things in a different order than you typically would, just because I know the game. I'm gonna go and talk to Carla here.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster without permission? Which I surely didn't give you.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. I've come to kill you.
Nothing like being honest. What was your final grade in Captain Smirk's sword fighting class?
Grade? Class?
You mean you came here to take on the Swordmaster of Melee Island, possibly the greatest sword fighter in the entire Caribbean, without a single lesson in the art of fencing?
Yep.
How did you expect to defend yourself?
Gee, I don't know.
I see. Obviously not with your razor-sharp wit. I'd advise you to seek out Captain Smirks and get some real training. It would hardly be ethical, sporting, or even interesting to fight someone as unskilled as yourself. So beat it.
Oh, geez, she was mean about it. So there you go. We've got a hint on what we need to do next. We need to find Captain Smirk. The good news is, now that we've found Carla's hut, we can just go there anytime. Yeah. We want to head out here to this house. But there's a troll.
Stop! You must pay a toll.
Look behind you, a mouse.
I'm not falling for that. Scuttle along, you scurvy sea slug. You can't pass until you pay the toll.
Stand aside, troll. I'm a mighty pirate.
You're no pirate. While the town drunk could out insult you on his back. And probably would.
I can out insult anybody, you brainless clay doppelganger.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you. Take that and stick it in your repertoire.
So I actually did that because there's a part coming up where that insult comes into play. I actually watched GDQ and found out you could do that.
How much is the toll?
Well, what have you got?
A 100-odd pieces of 8?
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
Construction paper jockey shorts?
Don't be silly. You have 3 chances to give me what I want. Then I eat ya. None shall pass.
So he wants something that looks important but is of no consequence. You'll remember we looked at this fish earlier, and he said it's some sort of herring, and it's red.
A red herring. Pass.
It's George Lucas, so that's what he's doing after Star Wars. And now we can just pass on to this house anytime we want.
Captain Smirk's Big Body Pirate Gym. Prices. Sword training, 30 pieces of weight. Cannon fire, 160 pieces of weight. Balls extra. Grappling hook, 130 pieces of weight. Hook extra. I think I'll knock. It'd only be polite.
What do you want, you wimpy little spineless maggot?
Could you train me to be better than the Swordmaster?
Better than the Swordmaster? You? You could never be half the sword fighter Carla is. Even with hours of hard work and sweat and blood.
Ew.
I remember fighting side by side with Carla at Port Royal. The local constabulary had us cornered. It looked like we were done for, but then she said, "But I digress. You just don't have what it takes."
I do so have what it takes.
You do not.
I do so.
You do not.
I do so.
No, I like your spirit. I'll do what I can. Of course, it'll cost you. What do you got?
Well, I've got 30 pieces of 8.
Say no more, say no more. Let's see your sword.
Okay, check it out.
Yes, this is a nice one. Let's get to it. Okay, you maggot. Why don't you whip that sword out and let's see what you can do with it?
So this next part's pretty much just watching a cutscene.
Boy, you fight like a dairy farmer. I usually don't waste my time with...
So this basically introduces us to a major mechanic in the Monkey Island series, which is insult sword fighting.
I need the money. Yes, I can see this is gonna take some special measures. Just want you to know, I don't do this with everyone.
Oh
It's only
my.
because I feel that special student-mentor pieces of 8 bonding that I'm going to these lengths. I'm gonna put you up against the machine.
Machine.
Is this gonna hurt? Yikes.
Come at me. Don't be afraid, you won't hurt me. Use your forte against the foible. No! Beat first, then lunge. Advance, thrust, recover, parry, repulse. Use your forte against the foible. Distance, distance!
Hours later.
You're starting to get the hang of it.
More hours later.
Not bad. You've got good form. Now I'm gonna let you in on the true secret of sword fighting. Sword fighting is kind of like making love. It's not always what you do, but what you say. Any fool pirate can swing a sharp piece of metal around and hope to cut something. But the pros, they know just when to cut their opponent with an insult. One that catches them off guard. You see, kid, your wit's gotta be twice as sharp as your sword. Let's try a couple of insults out, shall we? Okay, imagine this. We're fighting up a storm. Just like Carla and I were doing at Port Royal. There's a sudden break in the fighting, and I say to you, you fight like a dairy farmer. You respond with,
So's your mother.
I can see we've got a lot of work to do here. You should have responded with something like, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. You see, it's razor sharp wit like that.
So
that wins
basically what
fights.
you have to do
Let's try another.
is
Imagine
you
this.
learn a few insults from Smirk now that get added to your repertoire.
My sword
You have to
just
learn their
slashed 2 cuts to your
responses.
face.
And basically you go through fighting pirates on the island to get the responses you
You
need.
respond with,
So's your mother.
I can see we're in deep trouble here. Ah. A correct response to, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab, would have been something like, first, you better stop waving it around like a feather duster. See? Razor sharp. Now, I suggest you go out there and learn some insults.
I can't help but feel like I've been ripped off. I'm sure you're feeling something similar.
I sure hope you guys aren't feeling something similar. If you're not feeling ripped off, just like, comment, and subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, okay? I have to say it. So you'll see now there's a bunch of these pirates walking around. And basically they each will have different insults, different responses. So a good solution here is you just kind of stand at this fork in the road and wait for them to come by. This will probably be a part of the video I edit out after the first fight.
Or I cuts my way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
He must have taught you everything you know.
Okay, so we had some good luck there. We got the response to the insult we learned from the troll.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
Oh, well, that's lame.
He must have taught you everything you know.
I used my own insult against me.
fight like a dairy farmer.
I'm rubber, you are glue.
Okay, so this guy obviously sucks.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
First, you better stop waving it like a feather duster.
Oh, here we go. Hopefully that means I get a new insult.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster. Ayuba, you win!
So when you first start learning these insults and responses, you're going to lose a lot of battles.
You scurvy lubber.
So I think here I'm just going to mark for you guys that I am going to fast forward through this part in editing. Because the last time I played this part, it took me probably about 40 minutes to collect all the insults and responses that I needed. So I will see you after the sword fighting part, after the learning the insults portion of the sword fighting. And when you come back, we should be ready to take on Carla. Folks, so we just did a bunch of sword fighting, got some insults. We don't have them all, but I'm gonna go ahead and take on Carla anyway. If my editing skills are actually, you know, good, then you didn't have to sit through that very long learning sequence.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster with... Oh, it's you again.
So yeah, we're going to take on Carla now that we've gone through Smirk's training and learned some insults. Now typically in an insult sword fight, you win once you've landed 3 insults on the other person. But for the sword fight with Carla, she's going to keep on giving you insults and you have to have the responses. And I think you have to push her back 8 times. So we're going to give this a shot and see what we can do.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. I've come to kill you.
Nothing like being honest. I can tell by the sarcastic expression on your face that you've been fully trained by Captain Smirk. Let's get this over with. I hope you have a boat ready for a quick escape.
And this is the other thing too, because her insults are slightly different. If you have a boat ready for a quick escape. I don't think I have a response for that one.
My tongue is sharper than any sword.
First, you better stop waving it like a feather duster. And from what I understand, there are a few insults where you can use 2 possible responses.
I've got the courage and skill of a master swordsman.
I don't think I have that one.
Oh, yeah?
I don't have that one.
My wisest enemies run away at the first sight of me.
I should have got some more responses.
Oh, yeah?
Only once have I met such a coward.
Oh, he must have taught you everything you know.
He must have taught you everything you know.
My name is feared in every dirty corner of this island.
You got that job as janitor after all. Oh, but I didn't get that response. I thought I did.
I am rubber, you are glue.
My sword is famous all over the Caribbean.
Too bad nobody's heard of you at all.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
I will milk every drop of blood from your body.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Oh good, I didn't know if that one would work.
No one will ever catch me fighting as badly as you do.
You run that fast?
You run that fast?
I give up. You win.
Okay, that was nothing short of a miracle because I was not confident going into
Go
that.
back and brag to all your friends about how you beat the Swordmaster. You'll need proof. Here, this should convince them.
It says, I beat the Swordmaster.
Innocent opportunity to have it say, I beat the Swordmaster, and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. So now that we've completed one trial, we're going to actually go back to the fork here. And you guys remember how we got that seemingly scam. So we're going to look at this map. Back, left, right. Back, left, right. Okay. I feel like that's a glitch. There we go. Don't know why I wasn't doing it. Left, right, back. Right, left, back. You'll see several instances like this throughout the Monkey Island series where you get something that seems like nothing and then it winds up leading you to your objective. So you'll see here.
The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island. This carefully reproduced piece of Melee Island history has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations. Remember, there are other pirates on this island. So go easy on the treasure. Leave some for the next person.
So if we would have come here without the shovel, we wouldn't have been able to dig this up.
Well, this shouldn't take too long.
Thankfully, you're watching gameplay from somebody who's beaten the game before.
Hours pass.
So let me know in the comments, do you guys think it would be better for me to play as if I'm playing for the first time, or play with the knowledge I've already got? Let me know what you would prefer.
Not my size, but a nice one nonetheless. Well, I guess I should put all this dirt back now.
More hours pass.
Alright. So now we've got 2 t-shirts from 2 of our trials. We've already got the flowers that we need. So now is the art of thievery. So you can see here the picture of Governor Marley. We are going to go to the governor's mansion, because rumor has it that she has a fabulous idol called the Idol of Many Hands. We're going to want to go there and try to steal it. Because, you know, we're supposed to be pirates. So you can see here, there's actually these creatures here. These are vicious piranha poodles.
I don't think I can get past them.
So this flower, the reason why it's illegal to pick these flowers is because they have heavily sedative poison in them. So we're going to use the petals with the hunk of meat. So now it becomes a meat with condiment. So we are going to give the meat to the piranha poodles. They're going to eat it.
Important notice. These dogs are not dead. They are only sleeping. No animals were harmed during the production of this game.
Yes, so don't worry, the piranha poodles are not dead.
This looks like a job for Fester's Shine Top.
So I feel like this was a sly way to cut down on budgeting while still doing something amazingly funny.
No, not the red button.
It's a big, ugly, hairy yak wearing some wax lips. I can't move it. I can't move it.
Yeah guys, so this segment is kind of funny. Pay attention to the commands in the bottom left. But for the most part, I'm just going to let this play out.
Hack! Gophers! It's beautiful. I can't open it. Uh-oh. That should hold him for a while. If only I had a file, I could get the idol.
So the issue Guybrush is facing now in this trial is that he needs a file. So, you remember how I mentioned we needed to talk to Otis again? Well, now is the time. But remember, Guybrush wouldn't actually talk to Otis because of his bad breath, so the only logical decision now is to go to the store and get some mints.
Hey, where'd you go? I hike halfway across the island to try and get you a reservation with the Swordmaster, who, by the way, says you can go jump in the lake. And when I come back, whew, you're gone. See if I ever do you a favor again. What do you want?
I could really use a breath mint.
Whew, you're telling me. Here, take one. Please. Take the whole roll. That'll be 1 piece of 8. What else do you want?
Do you have files?
Did you mean hanging files or nail files?
No, the metal kind you used to open locks with?
Ah, sorry, fresh out of those. What else do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
Okay, wake me up if you need anything.
Okay, so we've got the mints and we've confirmed that the store does not have any files.
Oh, Grago Mint. How refreshing. Thanks. So, have you come to release me?
Would you happen to have a file?
You think I'd be in here if I did? All I have is this carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made me. You can have that if you bring me something to get rid of these rats. I can't stand carrot cake.
Okay, so, think about rats. They are rodents. Gophers are also rodents.
It says gophers won't come near you with this stuff on.
We're gonna give the gopher repellent to Otis.
Hey, this might work on the rats. Thanks. Here's the cake.
It's heavy.
Now, why would a cake be heavy?
It's a raspy metal file.
Yeah, so we're not going to bother using that on Otis. He had it this whole time and didn't think to use it, so he doesn't deserve to get out of prison. Instead, we are going to go to the governor's mansion and get ourselves a fabulous idol. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to say, I'm sorry if my commentary isn't very active. I'm just getting used to doing this. So I hope you guys will show me a little bit of grace.
The store appears to be locked. I've got the file. Whee! Phew. That was a close one. At least I got the idol.
But I'm not done with you yet.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could get out of here with the idol of many hands, did you?
But it doesn't have any hands.
So can I. You poisoned the governor's pet poodles.
They're just sleeping.
Broke into her house.
The door was unlocked.
And stole one of her most valuable pieces of art.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, really? Well, let's hear your explanation.
Well, I was just taking it out for a walk.
Ah!
What's going on here?
I caught this hoodlum making off with your idol, Governor.
Oh my,
Says he
it's
was
the
just taking it out for a
governor.
walk.
Well, isn't that nice of him?
What?
You heard me, Fester. The real question is, how did he get in here while you were on guard? Oh, just go away, Fester. I can handle this.
I'll deal with you later.
Sorry about him. He's new. I'm Governor Marley. Governor Elaine Marley. Taking my idol out for a little breather.
Hashtag girl boss.
Gosh.
Relax, Mr. Threepwood. I know why you're here. Believe me, you're not the first who's tried. Although I have to admit, not many get as far as you have. My lookout told me of your arrival. I've wanted to meet you ever since I heard your fascinating name. Tell me, Guybrush, why do you want to be a pirate? You don't look like one. Your face is too sweet.
She's coming on to us.
I see. Well, you're obviously not in the mood for idle chit-chat, are you? I suppose you've got many more exciting things to do? I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Threepwood.
Bull. Mercenary. Twinkley? I really wish I knew how to talk to women.
Me too, bro. And I'm married.
Where do you think you're going, Throom Wade?
Buzz off, Fester.
I think you need to cool off. Hand over your sword.
Uh-oh.
This is the end of the road, my little pantalooned pal.
This is kind of police
Your
brutality.
troublemaking days on Melee Island are over. My plans for the governor are far too important and much too near completion to risk letting a would-be pirate like you get in the way. So long, Mr. Spicecake or Droopface or whatever your name is. This might actually turn out to be a pretty good day.
Okay, folks, so I'm actually going to save here. Slot 2. Slot 1 is where I was playing earlier. And basically, you have 2 options you can do here. So, you see the fabulous idol here. Now, if you wait here, you'll get some more dialogue from people on the pier and everything, but for right now, I want to get to the end of this, so that way I can start editing. So, you remember earlier Guybrush said he could hold his breath for 10 minutes? If you actually sit here for 10 real-time minutes, Guybrush will actually drown. But for the sake of my sanity and the fact that it's getting pretty late in real life right now, we're just going to go ahead and go with the solution of picking up the idol, which somehow shrinks it, and yeah, just lets us walk.
This one will do.
Video game logic. When something's in your pockets, it's weightless.
What was that? I'm so confused.
Hey, what are you doing just standing around? The governor's been kidnapped.
What? By whom?
LeChuck's got her on that ship that just sailed off. He caught her alone when she came down here to rescue you. I'm afraid we've seen the last of her.
I'll go get a crew in a ship and go rescue her.
That's not gonna be easy, you know. LeChuck's taken the governor back to his hideout on Monkey Island. I'm afraid that no pirate on this island is brave enough to follow him there. But hey, good luck.
The good news is, I'm stupid enough to follow him there.
They left this note. You can have it, but I don't think you'll like what it says.
Oh, Governor, why did you have to risk your life for me? Maybe you cared for me more than I thought. Just as I now realize how much I care for you. It's my fault the governor's in this mess, and I swear I'll get her out of it, even if I have to sail to Monkey Island myself to get her. Attention, pirates of Melee. Your governor is alive and well and by my side as she was always meant to be. If you try to find us, you will only meet with horrifying disaster. Yours truly, Captain LeChuck.
Alright, folks. So it's been a pretty long recording session, so I'm going to go ahead and save and quit here. If you like this series, let me know by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I know I've mentioned that quite a bit in this video, but I really want to get a gauge for how many people like this kind of content. So yeah, just let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. This is Messy John saying, life can be messy. Bye.